This is the DocuWare system. So DocuWare is a browser-based solution. It's available both cloud and on-premise. And you can see I have two side-by-side screens all in this single display. And this left side is going to be my document workspace. So this is where I do my day-to-day document processes and all of my functions. And then this right side is my viewer. So I can view documents coming into the system. We can also do a lot of different functions from this toolbar, like edit the document, print, download. We can optimize the display settings here, and then we can even include annotations. So I could do a text box or even highlight, draw arrows. A lot of different ways we can still interact with this document now digitally. So I'm going to hop back over to my workspace, and we're going to look at the document trays. So our document trays are really just a temporary holding area for documents coming into the system. You can see I have my personal inbox here, but we can have different document trays based on the document type or the department. Next, we're going to look at search. So search is one of the biggest core benefits of a content management solution, is just the ability to quickly and easily find your documents when you need to. I have two searches here, one for accounting and one for contracts. Here's all the different search criteria that I can configure to be able to really narrow down and find the document that I need. So I could search by a contract type, for example, or a contract partner. So if I wanted to look at Finch Industries, I could run a search and pull all the associated documents to that contract partner. All of the documents are fully text searchable as well. So I could use a text search if I didn't remember the contract type or the contract partner, but I knew that the document that I'm looking for had the word postage in it. I can just simply search the word postage. It's going to show me all the documents that have the word postage in it and where on the document that information is located. So that is our search. I'm going to go over to lists, and lists are really just a dashboard for your documents. So think about any type of workflow or duties that your user might need to pay attention to for their day-to-day work. We could set up a list that is relevant to them. In this case, we want to know when there's new contracts or new finance documents that have hit the system. So I can pull up both, and as documents come into these lists, I will be notified with alerts, and I can see the documents populate in real time. Lastly, we have tasks. So I will get a notification if my user has any task associated to any of the workflows that I am attached to. So I'll be notified here that I have some type of action item to complete. So before I show the IDP example, I wanted to show the indexing capability that comes included with DocuWare that we've had for a couple years now, which is intelligent indexing. So here I'm going to pull up an invoice from Rapid Transport, and this falls under more of that structured data example that I described earlier. So we know the information is going to be pretty standard throughout for this specific vendor. We have the company name, the invoice number. As the invoices come in, it's going to be pretty templated or standard from invoice to invoice. So I'm just going to store this into my accounts payable filing cabinet. And you can see intelligent indexing is automatically captured and extracted. All of the fields that I have said are important off of this specific document. So I'm able to capture the company name, invoice number. It'll even highlight where that information is located as I go line by line, order number. So by just leveraging the power of intelligent indexing, we've captured and extracted all the data automatically from this structured document. Now I'm going to go back to my IDP demo. And here in my document tray, we have a lot of different document types. We have an employment agreement, we have an offer letter, leasing contract, we even have a packing slip and an invoice. So a mixed batch of documents. I don't want to have to go through and sort each specific document type. I want to just be able to select all and store all the documents automatically. So I'm just going to store automatically. Once I store these documents, the IDP service is going to be working in the background. It's going to be assigning any workflow that I have to this specific document or this specific document tray. And it's going to capture, classify the documents, and extract all the data that I need to have into some other system, like an accounting package or an ERP system. So if I go to my lists, I will be able to refresh and see this information being captured, classified, and extracted in real time in the background. So you can see it's already captured the invoices, the packing slips, even the line items in each one of those documents. And as I continue to update, it will have more and more information that is being extracted from that workflow. So in the contracts, it's identified the type, the partner, the subject, start date and end date, which will be very important for our purposes in tracking. And now we can assign workflows to these specific documents. So if I want to have a specific invoice reviewed by somebody on my team, I can set up a task. And you can see I have a task notification here that I have an invoice to review and approve. So we can have this routed to whichever users would be needing to review this document. Here I can pull up the invoice from US Steel, and you can see it's pretty crumpled. It looks like somebody stepped on it or maybe wadded it up. They tried to shoot a basket with it, but it's not the best condition. But you can see we have two different decisions. We can approve or reject this invoice. But let's take a look and see how the software was able to index this document. So if I edit the index entries, you can see it was able to capture the line item data, so the item number, description, how many were ordered, the unit price, and the line total, which all match exactly. So even though it was a crumpled document, lower quality, the AI was able to read and extract all the data that I need as part of my specific workflow. So here I can look and make any decision. I'll just put looks good, please pay, and hit confirm. So now that document's going to be stored as approved in the system, and then it can go into any kind of accounting system or ERP for that final payment step.